大家好，今天的单词是 undergo. When you undergo surgery, sometimes when you wake up, you feel terrible. Undergo is today's word. Let's look closer at the word undergo. U-N-D-E-R-G-O. Undergo. Undergo means to experience something. Usually, it's something painful or unpleasant. Usually, this word is going to be used when talking about going through surgery. Let's look at some example sentences using the word undergo. Example 1. The drug addict had to undergo rehabilitation. Example 2. The city had to undergo a major change after the earthquake. Example 3. The new engine must undergo all the tests before we can sell it to the public. Again, the word is undergo. Undergo.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
大家好，今天的单词是 casualty. So, recently, I was watching this anime, and the bad guy came to the village, and then he blew up the whole village, and there were so many casualties. Casualty. Let us look closer at the word casualty. C-A-S-U-A-L-T-Y. Casualty. Casualty means a person badly affected by an event. So, because the village blew up, all of their homes were destroyed. That was the casualty. Another way you can think of this is when a natural disaster happens, like an earthquake. People lose their homes or even loved ones. These are some of the casualties of an earthquake happening. Let us look at some example sentences using the word casualty. Example 1. My dog didn't break the vase. I did. I just blamed it on him. He was a casualty, so I wouldn't get in trouble. Example 2. I don't want to be a casualty just because you and your boyfriend are fighting. Again, the word is casualty. 大家好，今天的单词是 devote. When people get married, it means that they are devoted to each other. Devote. Let's look closer at the word devote. D-E-V-O-T-E. Devote. If you devote yourself, your time, or your energy to something, you spend all or most of your time or energy on it. So when people get married, they spend a lot of energy and time on that other person. It takes a lot of time and energy when you are building a whole life with someone else. Another situation you can think about the word devote is when you are at work and your boss asks you to be devoted to the company if you want a better position. They want you to spend a lot of time and energy for the company. Let's look at a few example sentences using the word devote. Example 1. He left his job to devote more time to his wife and kids. Example 2. They were devoted to school. Example 3. I was devoted to building this car, but then I became lazy. Again, the word is devote. 大家好，今天的单词是 distinguish. People that want to distinguish themselves try to get a higher education or try to create something new so that people will recognize them. Distinguish. Let's look closer at the word distinguish. D-I-S-T-I-N-G-U-I-S-H. Distinguish. If you distinguish yourself, you do something that makes you famous or important. So people that want to distinguish themselves try to get a higher education or try to create something new so that people will recognize them or they become famous. For example, these are some of the most distinguished actors. 1. Tom Hanks. 2. Leonardo DiCaprio. 3. Denzel Washington. 4. Jackie Chan. I'm pretty sure I've seen so many movies with these 4 actors in it. So good. Let us look at some example sentences using the word distinguish. Example 1. I'm trying to distinguish myself in my career field. Example 2. Don't try to distinguish yourself from others. Example 3. Can you please stop talking about how distinguished you are? Gosh. Again, the word is to distinguish. 大家好，今天的单词是 regulate. The government regulates the season for hunting and how many people can hunt. Regulate. Let's take a closer look at the word regulate. R-E-G-U-L-A-T-E. Regulate. Regulate means to control something by setting rules. So, when I say that the government regulates, I mean that they control and set the rules for the hunting season. Another example would be if you started your own company, you could regulate everything, meaning you could control everything. Now, how nice would that be? Okay, let's look at some example sentences using the word regulate. Example 1. My mom regulates how much TV I watch. Ugh. Example 2. No one is regulating the company officially. Example 3. I've regulated the school for 6 years now. Again, the word is to regulate.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
大家好，今天的单词是 clinging. Sometimes friends can be too clingy. Clingy. Let's look closer at the adjective clingy. C-L-I-N-G-Y. Clingy. Clingy is usually used to describe a person that stays close to or depends on someone else too much. This is a negative term, so you don't want to be called or described as someone clingy. Let's look at the word clingy, which means to stick. So basically, a clingy person just sticks to other people. A clingy person will always want to talk, but every single second of the day, they might even want to be with you 24/7. 24/7 means all the time. Sometimes we as people need some space, right? Right. Let's look at some example sentences using the word clingy. Example 1. My boyfriend is so clingy. Example 2. Can you stop being so clingy? I need some space to breathe. Example 3. I'm not clingy. I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. Again, the word is clingy. Have a great day, guys.